Our next speaker is one of the board of directors for Midwest Christian Outreach, Bill Cwik. He's been with us since the beginning, actually, just about since the beginning of Midwest Christian Outreach, and he's started a new aspect of our ministry in recent times with YouTube videos, and he does a new one just about every week, and he goes under the name of the Snarky Apologist. He has great, in fact, I often tell him, you just are having way too much fun. I'm not sure where you get that from. So, Bill, come on, tell us more about yourself.
Thank you, Don. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, it's great to be here. What a blessing, what a blessing, I am telling you. Greetings. My name is Bill, and I am the Snarky Apologist. That's the manner I open about 95% of my YouTube videos. But for the sake of introduction, let me take it a few steps further for you kind folks here today, or for your kind of folks here today, however you want to look at it. I was raised Catholic, okay, transitioned into Lutheranism through marriage, and but the important thing in my life was I was saved and born again 11/17/1993, 10:35 p.m., about 18 years ago. But you know what? Who really remembers that stuff anymore? You know? I became associated with Midwest Christian Outreach just shortly after they opened up their doors, and I am a board member. As a matter of fact, I'm probably the most board member out of the whole lot of them. Sorry, Don. We'll talk later on. Okay. But in all seriousness, which means absolutely nothing when it comes out of my mouth, we are here for a common purpose. All right. We all love Jehovah's Witnesses. The Lord has put on our hearts a passion to reach these people with the life-saving gospel of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. These are the people that we know as the lost sheep who come a knocking on our door and go by the name of Jehovah's Witnesses. My goal today, dear friends, is to get you involved in your own personal YouTube ministry to accomplish the task of sharing your faith, defending the faith, and presenting the gospel to these people, because they really need to hear it. Before I begin my presentation, I do have two questions I would like to ask you. All right. Here's number one. How many here, by a show of hands, would love to see Jehovah's Witnesses come to saving faith in Jesus Christ? Okay. All right. Unanimous. That's outstanding. All right. Question number two. How many here are willing to share the truth with witnesses? Let me see your show of hands. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, great. This is pretty exciting for me because this segment of the presentation is my favorite. Okay, this is called the volunteer recruitment session. So I thank you all for volunteering. Now, let me tell you what you've just signed on for, okay? Here's the deal. I have a 30-page booklet. I have boxes upon boxes of these, and they're all free. You will be getting a lot of these. This is it. This booklet contains all the information you're going to need to know to share with the Jehovah's Witness so they will see the watchtowers, the false prophet that it is. It also contains a very easy-to-explain gospel message. All right? Now, there is a little bit of work involved. All right? You're going to have to do some research. You're going to have to put on your Basil Rathbone deerstalker cap. Here's what you're going to need to do. As you know, the witnesses are out on the street racking up their hours, right? Follow them. You are going to get, like I say, a bunch of these. You will be responsible for finding the Jehovah's Witnesses in your area. Follow them on the streets. When they're done with their tour of duty, they go back to the Kingdom Hall, get in their cars, and then they go home. Follow them. Follow them to their home. When they go in, document the address, write all this down, and go out again. get all the addresses, right? Then you're going to take this booklet and you're going to put it in their hands, right? Now, you can't put it between the door. That does no good. Okay, that's worthless. You can't give it to them when they come to your house, as you know. Oh, they'll load you down with their literature, right? But they're not going to take yours. So there's a problem there. You cannot put it in the mailbox because that's against postal regulations, right? So you have to get this in their hands. So once you know where they live, you have to get this into the house. Now, when you get into the house, I don't care how you do it. You know, it doesn't matter. Just get in the house. Put this on the piano, put it in the kitchen, put it in the bathroom, put it on the computer desk, put it by the monitor, put it... You guys aren't digging this at all, are you? Where did I lose you? Yeah, the breaking... All right, so you kind of like the idea. You like the concept. Is the distribution is the problem, I think, right? Okay. All right. So, all right. Well, you know what? All right, the distribution may be a little unrealistic, but fortunately, we have a superior method of distributing this information. Romans 10:9 tells us, if you declare with your mouth Jesus is Lord and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved. For it's with your heart that you believe and are justified, as with the mouth that you profess your faith and are saved. As the scripture says, anyone who believes in him will never be put to shame. For there's no difference between Jew and Gentile. The same Lord is Lord of all, who richly blesses all who call on him. For all who call on the name of the Lord will be saved. That's the message that we have to deliver. That's it in a nutshell. We've heard these words numerous times, right? Just this weekend alone, we've heard it numerous times. But Paul has another section of this to complete his thoughts. This is one passage. Now here's the other half that Paul tells us, which we don't hear that much about. How can they call on the one they have not believed in? And how can they believe in the one on whom they have not heard? And how can they hear without someone preaching to them? And how can they preach unless they are sent? As it is written, how beautiful are the feet of those who bring good news. Do you see what Paul's doing here? He's laying out this argument, and he's doing it backwards. He says, we have to do this, but we can't do this if we don't do this. But before we get to this point, we have to do this, and we certainly can't be here if we haven't even given this consideration. He's building this argument in reverse. We have the good news, right? We have good news. We just need to bring it, okay? And Paul wraps this whole thing up. Both sides of this, he wraps up by saying, how beautiful are the feet of those who bring good news. You bring good news. The good news we have, you have beautiful feet. This is the ultimate pedicure. Ladies, do I have your attention now? Okay? But quite honestly, YouTube is both a blessing and a blight. But then again, isn't that the way it is with most things? God creates it. Man makes it good or makes it bad. YouTube is a playground where everybody comes to play. The atheist and the theist. The believer and the non-believer. The cultist and the occultist. The moral and the immoral. You have a powerful tool for ministry right in your very own homes, wherever you live. We're going to take a look at Acts chapter 8, verses 1 through 4. On that day, a great persecution broke out against the church in Jerusalem, and all except the apostles were scattered throughout Judea and Samaria. Godly men buried Stephen and mourned deeply for him. But Saul began to destroy the church, going house to house. He dragged off both men and women and put them in prisons. Those who were scattered preached the word wherever they went. These were ordinary men and women, just like us. Just like us. They dressed a little differently, okay, but they're just like us, right? The only difference, the big difference, is that they were being pursued. They were being persecuted. And in that pursuance, And in that persecution, what were they doing? Yeah, they're still presenting the gospel. Now, all right, I understand. We too are persecuted exactly like they are, right? No, not really. So let me encourage you to get involved in your own personal YouTube ministry. And if you have questions about the viability of YouTube as being a practical resource, let's take a peek at some of the statistics. YouTube is the third most visited website in the entire world. That's staggering. YouTube is the second largest search engine. It's the largest video sharing platform. Okay, this is the tool that you have available to you, folks. YouTube gets over 3 billion views every single day. And that's just on the mobile side of things. The mobile, they're getting 100 million views per day. My favorite is this bottom one. Most videos uploaded to YouTube every 60 days. More videos are uploaded to YouTube every 60 days than the 3 major U.S. TV networks have produced in 60 years. Now, some people can say, yeah, but you know what? What about the quality, you know? I think, yeah, really? Have you seen the quality on some of the programs on the network TVs? Let's not go there. So, is YouTube a viable resource for us? Well, yeah, absolutely. In a word, yes. Think about it. Communicating thoughts and ideas over a wire to potentially millions of viewers. I mean, wowzers. That's like huge. God's created a tool for us in which we can use as a means of defending the faith that was once and for all delivered unto the saints and presenting the gospel of Jesus Christ that leads to salvation. It's there. It's there for the taking. I say, let's not shy away from this. Let's not ignore the call to always be ready for an answer for the hope that lies within. Let's not forego the forging of the kingdom out of fear of technology. You can do this. You really, really can. And here's how. Here's all you're going to need is a YouTube account and a computer with internet access. If you don't have a computer with internet access, you can go to your local library and borrow theirs. All you need is internet access. You can travel down to the library, get your account set up, and then go back and check it whenever you want to. So this is basically what you're looking at. I can hear it now. I know what some of you are thinking. Yeah, but you know what, Bill? I can't create videos. I can't do videos. Yeah, believe it or not, you can. You really can. But let's take a look. All right. Now, this kind of shows the whole spectrum of involvement because there are different levels of involvement. You could be the person who creates the video. We'll call this the more complex. We'll put this on the right end of the spectrum. On the left end of the spectrum, which you might call the entry-level involvement, is at the bottom. You can comment. All you need to make comments is an account. You can comment on someone's video to either put your comment out there to put your correction in or to encourage the person. Or you can put a comment on somebody else's comment. In this case, I did this video on this gentleman named Temple Hatchet, probably a wonderful, wonderful guy. The kind of guy you want to invite, introduce to your daughter, right? So Temple Hatchet here puts in a comment about my video. Get a life. JWs are wrong, and so is your cult. All right. So I respond to his comment and put in, not only did I get a life, it's eternal in Christ. Many blessings, my friend. Now, if he wants, what's going on here is this is kind of a dance. It's kind of a dance. You're dialoguing and building a relationship. Now, if he responds back, or she responds back, you never know, responds back, I may comment back, or I may not. Right? That's your call. That you can either comment or you don't have to. Don't feel compelled to. So that's the type of involvement that goes on in these type of programs. If you want to make videos, if you want to go beyond just commenting, here's an option that you just might have. This is Microsoft Movie Maker. All right. This might already exist in your software package that you have. If you have Microsoft Office, it might be there. I found out years ago mine was in there. I thought, wow, look at this. I can make videos. So I started to use it. It's very easy to use. It's very straightforward. It's hard not to do a good job with something like this. The software that's what does all the hard work, okay? The complex things are really not all that tricky. Now, there's a brief clip coming up here I want you to see, and this will kind of show you complexities. Now, I did have some help with this, very short. Hi, this is Bill from MCO for Help. Wednesday, November 17th will be the launching of my new channel called The Snarky Apologist. I hope you can peek in. I hope you enjoy it. What do you want, a stinking medal or something? Now that was a referral to let people know that I was going from one channel to another. So I kind of carried them over so you don't lose those viewers. As that may have looked very complex, trust me, it's not. It's really, really not. These are some of the packages that are available. These are the packages put out by Sony. Now, I've done all the legwork for you. If you want to go out and look at others, please feel free. I've looked at all the other packages that are available. And Sony gave me the biggest bang for my buck, so I'm looking. I'm cheap, let me tell you. I throw manhole, quarters around like they're manhole covers. So I wanted to get the biggest bang for my dollar, and I want it to be easy. It had to be easy. I'm not a techie guy. Trust me, I am not a techie guy. My wife will tell you. I just learned how to work my toaster last week. So, I mean, I'm freaking out because my 8-track is giving up the ghost. I'm like, what am I going to do with my music now? So on the left side, you'll see, my left, you'll see Vegas Movie Studio HD11. It's 45 bucks. You might look at that and say, well, that's only 45 bucks. How good could it be? And the far side, $195. Well, that might be too much. And it goes beyond that, too. It goes higher than that. Don't think because the $45 is that low, it's not going to be good. I started with that. It is phenomenal. I couldn't use all the bells and whistles in it. So if you want to start with something like this, get Sony, get the basic package just to start, and you'll be surprised at how easy and workable this is. But once again, that you can go this direction or you can research. I've looked at forums after forums and talked to people that do this for a living. And as a matter of fact, Sylvan and I have the same package. And we got it for the same reasons, cost effectiveness and ease of use. But that's your call to make. Now, you're going to hear a couple of quick testimonials from these gentlemen. These are people on YouTube who are doing this, and they want to encourage you to do this. So let's hear what they have to say.
Go.
Hello, everybody, from Blue Mountain Christian Retreat Center. My name is, I'm a YouTuber. My name is MBI3030. MBI3030. My name is Antonio Santana. And I've been doing YouTube videos for quite some time. Maybe since, I guess I started maybe 2008, 2009. I just want to encourage everybody out there. YouTube is a great way to share your faith. It's an amazing tool, amazing avenue to reach people groups that, unfortunately, that many missionaries won't get a chance to go to. God has brought that 1040 window to us in our own, really in our own living room, our own bedroom. I do YouTube videos right here in my own bedroom. It's not much of a studio, but I can still answer the objections, still proclaim the gospel. my videos are mainly towards Islam and the errors of Islam, showing and proving the historical, the historical validity of the deity of Jesus, the Trinity, and some of the other foundational aspects of what we believe as Christians. So this is our sword. We have the internet. The internet is a great way to reach the gospel all over the world. So this is MBI 3030 here to encourage you guys from Blue Mountain Christian Retreat Center. YouTube is an amazing avenue, amazing tool to witness. God bless.
That gentleman is a graduate from Moody Bible Institute. And actually, as it turns out, he's only lives about 20 miles from my house. So you never know who your neighbors are.
Hello everyone, my name is Bill Lycan, and I too have a ministry here on YouTube. I've been on YouTube now since 2007, but only been making videos since 2009. I make my videos very educational and mostly geared to the Christian to help them through their Christian life. And through the years I have gotten numerous compliments in how it has helped people's faith, how it has allowed them to grow in their Christian faith and to continue to strengthen in their walk. With YouTube, the simplest thing, of course, is you could do it at home and it reaches the entire world for those who wish to hear. And through the years, yes, I have had some more than a few struggles with the YouTube channel, but then my thing is you can reach literally thousands and thousands of people in a single video and helping other Christian brothers and sisters to continue to grow in their faith. I strongly encourage you to make your own YouTube channel and to make videos to help our fellow Christian brothers and sisters. Thank you.
And that's very true. You can be an encouragement to those others that are out there, that are doing videos. Here's another.
My name is Blobridge55. I've been making videos for a few years now, defending the faith on YouTube, usually on apostolics, Jehovah's Witnesses, Mormons, or atheism. And a lot of people think that defending the faith is unnecessarily confrontational. It's not. We need to defend the faith in love, not like we've been taking nasty pills. But another thing a lot of people think is that it doesn't work. No one ever listens to you. But I'd like to share that God says, throw your bread forth upon the water, it will not return void. His word will not return void. Jesus has said, my sheep hear my voice, and they follow me, and I give them eternal life, and they will never perish. And finally, just remember, Paul said, such were some of you. We were all born sinners, and we've all been saved by the grace of God. I'd like to encourage you to try to make some of these videos and share your faith with others. God bless.
Hi guys, this is MSM 1876 from YouTube. My name is Mike Mataszewski. I just want to encourage all of you to get out there and take it one step at a time. Start up with a YouTube account. That's what I did. I just made comments on people's videos at first. And then I decided, I've learned enough stuff along the way. It's time to start passing it along to people in videos. And I just got a cheap webcam. And the next thing you knew, I was doing webcam videos. And it's been a really great experience. Get to reach a lot of people. Get to meet a lot of good people. There's been at least one person that I stopped from going over the precipice of joining the Jehovah's Witnesses. You don't know what you just might be able to do by starting off just getting a YouTube account. So I'd really encourage you to do it. God bless you guys at this convention. I hope you're having a great time, and we'll be seeing you around YouTube.
Here's the last one coming up now. And these guys mean this. I mean, you ask anybody, Keith is...
My name is Brian, and I have a YouTube channel called 21 Crosscheck 21 that I started about 3.5 years ago. Now, when I started this video ministry reaching out to Jehovah's Witnesses, I was so ignorant that when I bought a webcam to shoot a video, my first video, and even for the first few videos, I was so ignorant about video making that I didn't even know you had to pull the plastic lens protector off the webcam, so all of my videos were fuzzy when I first started out. But God is good, isn't He? Because God blessed those videos, and God grew those videos into a ministry where we're seeing an incredible harvest among Jehovah's Witnesses. We're seeing Jehovah's Witnesses asking questions and making phone calls and writing emails, and we're seeing Jehovah's Witnesses coming to Christ because of the videos. So I highly encourage you, if you have a heart for Jehovah's Witness, don't let this chance that you have to reach out to them slip through your fingers. It's so easy to just get a web camera or get a video camera and make videos just reaching out and pleading with Jehovah's Witnesses to come and meet the real Lord Jesus Christ.
So, as you can see, I mean, we're really trying to encourage you folks because it's a mission field. It really, really is. You can be an encouragement to somebody who needs encouragement, and there's a lot of folks out there that really need it. Now, what this is a picture of what you'll receive when you open up your YouTube account. It's a way of kind of organizing yourself, but you'll see there's an area, this is the inbox. You can see where it says personal messages. If somebody wants to send you a personal message that no one else can see, it's for your eyes only, it goes into that particular box. Shared with you, somebody sends you a video, okay? They say, hey, you know what, Joe might like this video, so I'm going to send this over to him. It goes into his box, that kind of thing. Any comments that anyone makes on any of your videos will be found there. And there's some other elements involved. It's these types of elements that really help keep you organized. Now, when I talk about being supportive, this is just one of many supportive responses that we've received back. This viewer had just left the Watchtower probably within the last, I think it was like 2, 3, 4 months along that time frame. And they wrote, I want you to look at the underlined part. They said, but you do seem to understand where we are coming from, where the damage has been done, and it is appreciated. They appreciate when you make comments, you help them, you come alongside and encourage them. I suggested using Skype, which is a program, a free program that allows you to visually and audibly hear somebody on your monitor across the world. All they need is it's basically from computer to computer. And I said, maybe we should talk. And they responded, I think that's the next step I need to take, is to actually talk to someone. To be honest, I am a little afraid. Part of the programming, does that sound familiar? Can you identify with that? Part of the programming, when I return, you will definitely be hearing from me, scared or not. The gentleman who you just saw, the last testimony, is, his name's Brian. He goes by the name of Crosscheck. She had mentioned him. She says, Crosschecker Brian is another one who seems to get where we are coming from. Although I haven't spoken to him the way I have for you, he did reply on one of my comments, and he may not even remember, but it was extremely supportive and made me feel a lot better about some of the struggles. Why? Because, you guys seem to know where we're coming from. We've never been witnesses. Do you see the edge that you, as ex-Jehovah's Witnesses, would have over us? See, you can identify, so you could be of great, great encouragement. Okay, next slide. Now, you've heard the expression, the best defense is a great offense. Okay, that was actually attributed to boxing great Jack Dempsey. Paul actually put that into actions. You can see where in Acts 17, we read, while Paul was waiting for them in Athens, he was greatly distressed to see that the city was full of idols. So he reasoned in the synagogue with both Jews and God-fearing Greeks, as well as in the marketplace, day by day with those who happened to be there. He did not sit back passively and let things happen. He took the offense. That was Paul's great defense, was his offense to go. He comes into the city, he sees that the city is full of idols. He's distressed. He's ticked off. He's highly bothered. He's got to do something. Does he sit back? No. He takes the offensive. He goes and does something, and he goes to the synagogue and reasons. He goes to the marketplace and starts sharing. That's what Paul had done. Now, not to be confused, Jack Dempsey was the world champion boxer, right? That's not a picture of, that's actually Paul. All right, Jack. All right, Jack is like this and Paul is like that, just so we don't confuse. Okay. Okay, next slide. So, once again, Paul saw the false worship and idolatry as opportunities, not obstacles. Okay? It's a matter of perspective, and that's so critical. So in closing, let me just show you, this is my channel. I chose the colors, I chose the font style, I chose the font colors. You could do this. If you're creative, you could probably go nuts with allowing your creativity through YouTube in the design of your channel. If you don't, I'm not really creative, I just want to, how do I do this? There's a form, there's basic forms that you could just use and go with what they give you, and then you can start entering in your own data.
Is that a template structure? In other words, they provide you with templates and then you choose from
Yep,
the templates?
that's exactly it, Dave. Yep, there are many templates to choose from, and they have many ready-made templates. In this color, this color, this color, this color, then you can take that very basic template and start changing it and adding things to it and making it the way you want to make it. Also, let me encourage you to check out other channels. Go to other YouTube channels and kind of look at them and say, oh, I like this, I don't like that. Well, I'll take this from here and this one from here, and you start building your own. There's also tutorials on YouTube on anything, so you can always check on YouTube before you do anything. There's a wealth of knowledge out there. So in the short time we have remaining, I want to open it up for questions and answers. If you have any questions, just fire them away, and I'll answer whatever I can for you. Yes, Becky?
What is this most feared video?
Okay, Jehovah's Witnesses' most feared video. Good question. A captivating title, okay? This video, I thought about, this kind of goes back to a concept I had, which I did with a booklet. But in direct answer to your question, Becky, this video was me talking about my pastor, saying if my pastor said that he was a prophet and that he was, God thrust out his hand and put his words in my pastor's mouth, and he was of the Ezekiel class, and I used all the catchphrases, obviously from the Watchtower. Then I said, would he be a false prophet? And at that point, as of November, I think this was as of last week or 2 weeks ago. It had.
It says November 26, 2000.
That's when it was created. So yeah, that's when it was created. As of probably last week or 2 weeks ago, it had 12,000 views. So people are looking at it, and not once has it been answered. Oh, I've been called names. They'll come on there and say, well, you're just an idiot. Well, yeah, but I'm bald too, but am I wrong? I mean, come on. So the fact is, deal with the facts, and they can't. And that's the dings in their armor when they know they can't answer the question. Yes, sir.
What's the maximum length of video you can post?
Good question. What's the maximum length of a video that you can produce? When you first start, and YouTube's always kind of changing. They're always evolving and making things better. But initially, 10 minutes. You're allowed 10 minutes, and there's a kind of a short attention span too. All right. I think I'm up around just over 400 subscribers. So some of my subscribers have been around a while. They're very loyal. So some videos are more teaching, so I tend to go over a little bit. I might hit that 15, 16-minute point. After you reach a certain amount of videos, and I'm not sure what that magic number is, suddenly you go from 10 minutes to 20 minutes. And then it becomes unlimited. So there's a kind of a stage of evolution involved. Yes, ma'am? Is there a cost? There is absolutely no cost involved other than the internet access for your computer. But to go to YouTube and say, you know, I'd like to open up an account, I've got my checkbook, how much is it? Nothing. Absolutely free. Anybody else? Oh, way in the back. Oh, or this gentleman right here, since you're right there, Don.
I've been going to a YouTube occasionally. It does about 3 a week. Brother John, he calls himself. And the URL, the general URL, always goes to the latest one, but each one also has its own unique URL. Is that the normal setup?
Yes. Yes. The question is on this page, there's a URL or the address that you would click on, you know, like www, blah, 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 blah. On this channel, this is called your channel page, all right? And you can have it set to have any one be the, you can see this one is the primary video, and then there's ones on the side. I'm highlighting that. What I do is the newest one I put up is the one that gets highlighted. But that URL is not the one, and in the early stages, I didn't know this. So I fell prey to not knowing this. I took that URL and sent it over to Don to use in other means. When this was pulled from here and something else was put in its place, suddenly we had the caption for this video, but the video was different. So if you see here, it says view comments, related videos, and more. If they click on that, it takes you over to a different page. That would be the permanent URL. So that wouldn't change. Does that answer your question, sir? Yes. That's possible. That's possible. I would tell you this, because of slight confusion on the URLs, is to where it says view comments, is to click on that. That will take you to that specific video. Yes, ma'am.
And when you put your personal information on there, is there any way for somebody viewing this to get your personal information? I mean, other than your name or you know, to keep your home address and that type of thing private, or is that public knowledge?
No, it is not public knowledge. No, and some of the information they ask, YouTube, when you're setting up your account, they're not going to ask for a bank account number or a social security number, things like that. It's basically what is your birth date, you know, and you don't even have to be honest with them, you know. So, you know, it's just a small piece of information like that. The URL is like an address. Like your address is the URL to where you live. This URL is specific to this page. When you go to a different page, that URL or address changes. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Example of how people are finding your channel.
No. Next question, please. Okay, good question. How are people finding this? Number one, that was one of the reasons why I came up with the name the Snarky Apologist. Okay, it's kind of edgy, and my theme is Christian apologetics with an edge. So it kind of gets out there. People see. Oh, thank you. People will see the URL, or they'll see the Snarky Apologist in a sidebar. Well, actually, look at this. You show off you. He's doing a search for it right now, okay?
Someone would not put in Snarky Apologist. How would they see it?
Through, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Now, the title would be, you can see there, okay, there's a, yeah, you could, if you search by title, if you put in Watchtower 1914 debacle. You know, somebody's doing a search and they want to find Watchtower 1914. A list of things come up, okay? My video will be in there somewhere. Yes. Keywords. Thank you, Keith. Very good. When you're setting this up, there's an area when you do your video that you can assign tags to it. So if I'm doing a video on, oh, right there, hold it. Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. That's good. That's the one I was looking for, actually. Greg Stafford versus Snarky Apologist debate. This was actually a mock debate. And I put Greg Stafford's name as one of the tags. I put in Watchtower Society, Faithful and Discreet Slave, debates. I put in all the key tags that if somebody's searching, they'll find it. Okay, they'll find it by the tags I put in. So it's like, okay, I want someone to find what are the important names and titles and words in that video. I put them in the tag area. You know what? Could you hit the show more? Go up a little bit. Raise it up a little. Okay, right there. All right, under tags, right there, perfect. Snarky Apologist, Greg Stafford, debate, Watchtower Society, Jehovah's Witnesses. So I put those in. So if any of those words are in a search that somebody's searching on the internet, my video will come up.
So you're listing these videos for free, or are you paying Google pay-per-click?
No, as a matter of fact, Google will pay you. They're doing something called monetizing. And your videos, if they start getting sufficient hits or views and stuff, they start saying, hey, you can monetize this. And every time somebody sees it, you'll get a certain amount of money. And you get enough hits, views, you will start making some money on it. Okay.
Can you upload for a YouTube video from your cell phone?
Yes, you can. Yes. Question is, can you upload on YouTube from your cell phone? People do that a lot. If they're out and about and they see something happen, out comes the phone, and, I don't have one. I use a tin can with strings. But you could take out your cell phone and take a video of something, and you upload it to YouTube through your phone. Just like you can send an email to somebody, you can send a picture to, same thing. It can be uploaded. Yes, very good question, and it happens a lot, too. So.
Say one thing and then I'll finish up. When we started out, there was the rage for reaching Jehovah's Witnesses was pre-recorded outlines. How many remember those? Yeah. And Joy and I became the live ones them referred to. This has replaced that technologically. And we are starting to get phone calls because of these YouTubes. Bill and 21 Crosscheck 21 Brian at the end put our phone number on there. Last week I got a phone call from France. A Jehovah's Witness who was born in Argentina, is living in France, has left the Watchtower, saw his YouTube video made in the U.S., and is asking questions about what do I do next. I have 3 or 4 phone calls going on each week from Jehovah's Witnesses in various stages of leaving because of the YouTube videos they have seen, and now they're trying to sort out who do I believe, who do I trust, what organization do I go to, all the stuff you guys went through. And so they'll call me. I get phone calls at 1 o'clock in the morning sometimes, and I'll spend an hour or 2 hours with them because of these. This is just breathing new life into reaching Jehovah's Witnesses. So,
yeah. So last comment I want to leave you folks with is that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you've taken in a wealth of knowledge. Let's do something with that, okay? To maintain it, keep that knowledge in your head, it's really benefiting nobody. So really consider getting a YouTube site, putting your information out there, making comments, and being a blessing to as many people as you possibly can. All right, thank you for your time and attention, and God bless.